Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today as promised to do the second video on this all Patreon doubleheader. A request that came to us by this patron right here. His name is Rick.
Oh.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah, Pickle Rick. Asked us to check out Voices of Ruin, Carved Out. We've done a few requests from him before. I think he's thrown us maybe a dud or two, but the majority of the time we've discovered some really cool bands through him. I've met him in person. and also met his young daughter. He brought her as his plus one, if you will, for dinner. We all went out for dinner. We met at a little plaza or something like that after work, because I went to Texas for work.
Yeah.
So we met up and we went out for dinner. I think we went for Mexican. I think I had tacos. I think that's where we went. But listen, everything is bigger in Texas, and that's true. Everything is bigger in Texas. I went to a barbecue place there where they slice the meat and they just throw it on a platter for you. It's not even a plate, and you buy by the pound. It's like, gotta love Texas.
Gotta love America.
Yeah, you gotta love, especially when it comes to food.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to food. So this year I won't be going there because I'm not traveling anywhere because of the whole COVID situation. I'm just staying put. So maybe next year I'll meet up with him again and we'll try something else. Screw that. Let's do Mexican again. I love Mexican food. And when it's really good Mexican food, like when you go to a place and you're the only gringo there, you know it's good.
Yeah.
Pablo, give me those oranges. Squeeze me some orange juice. So I felt like the place that he took me was legit. Because I think besides me and him, there was maybe another...
If you walk into a restaurant and you feel like an outsider, you're in a good place.
Exactly. So like the place that he took me to, I think there was only maybe me, him, and maybe two other gringos there. There was not many gringos there. Let's put it that way. So I knew the place was legit.
Yeah.
And the people working there, I'm not sure if they were Mexican, but they were definitely Latinos. So you know that the quality of the food is at a different level.
Yeah.
It's not like you walked in and there was a bunch of pork chops working there. You know what I mean? So, like me, you know, working there. So that would kind of ruin things. That's one of the reasons I don't like Nando's. When was the last time you walked into a Nando's and the people work there were Portuguese?
Yeah.
It never happened to me. They're always from some other place. I'm not judging, but I'm saying, like,
if you want authentic food, you have to get.
I was gonna say, if you want ethnic food from a specific ethnicity, you want the people cooking the food to be from that said ethnicity. I'm not saying that you cannot be. I mean, you could be Greek and be a great Chinese chef. Like it's possible.
Yeah.
But to me, my eyes, they eat too, right? So when I walk in, I need to feel like I'm immersed into the culture. This has nothing to do with the video anyways. All right, so Voices of Ruin, Carved Out. Let's check this out. love that line. Even in death, you cannot sleep. Wow.
Oh.
If that wouldn't make a good shirt, I don't know what would. Imagine that on the back of your shirt. Wow. If this band hasn't done that yet, I highly recommend you do that. But put some design at the front, whatever, and then put that. Even in death.
I would buy that shirt.
Oh, it's an epic line. It's an epic line. When I first heard it, like as the song was progressing, I'm like, fuck, that line is so good. What an epic line. By the way, Pickle Rick delivered.
Yeah.
Wow, way to go, Pickle Rick. He delivered. Wow. So, what did you think about this? I'm sure you liked it. I know I did. But what are your thoughts on Voices of Ruin?
It just reminds me of so many bands that we've done on the channel, and this type of metal, it's pretty near and dear to me. I love this type of metal. The very, very heavy, but so much melody, and the vocals graspy, but you can still understand what he's saying.
Yeah, it's not overly harsh to the point where you don't know what the hell is going on. Like, you still understand what he's saying, but he still gives enough emotion, intensity, aggression to the song with his style. It's almost like that in between. It's not brutal, but it's not clean. It's like a little bit in between. I really liked it, and I thought his delivery, his voice really matches the intensity of the song really well. The guitar playing on this track, it's really good. I honestly, I mean, I enjoyed everything, but that melodic riff, like that riff was just really good. And then when the song picks up in speed and tempo, it's like blistering. It's just so fast and heavy. It's not just fast, it's fast and heavy at the same time. Yeah. And then I was thinking, I wonder what they're going to do with a solo. I wonder if they're going to be like, like a little short solo. Are they even going to do a solo? Maybe just extend the melodic riff of the song and make it a little bit longer instead of actually going into a solo. So I really liked the solo because I thought it broke the song a little bit. It gave you a little bit of a pause from all the intensity, all the aggression that the song had. And it kind of allowed the song to be a little bit more melodic. It slowed down everything a little bit. But it made you forget, in my opinion, the solo almost made you forget of how intense the song is up until that point. Because after the solo, it feels like the song got turned to 11. It feels like everything is heavier. Yeah. Everything is faster, everything is heavier. And I think it's because the solo slows everything down, becomes a lot more melodic. And your ears, you start to reset them for what you're listening to, forgetting about what happened up until that point. So then once the solo is over and the intensity picks up and everything picks up, you're like, holy shit, the song just got heavier. So I don't think it got heavier. It just feels that way.
It just feels that way, yeah.
What did you think of you talked about the vocals. I know you liked the style vocals, but what did you think about the guitar playing?
The guitar playing, absolutely amazing. Absolutely. Like, the combination of heaviness and melody for this song was amazing. Amazing. Because the heaviness matched with the heaviness of the vocals, but each part kind of had its own little melody to it. Mm-hmm. And I love that.
I felt to me that there were two lines, right? And sometimes they intersect and sometimes they didn't. Yeah. So it's like melody and aggression, right? So sometimes the melody and aggression would come together, but very short periods of time.
Yeah.
And then they would break apart and one would become on the forefront and one would move into the background.
Yeah.
And then they would switch back again.
In the verses, for me, it would become a lot more heavier. Mm-hmm. But in the chorus, the melody just came out of nowhere.
But so it's almost like what I'm saying is like these two lines that keep crisscrossing each other. It's almost like the DNA sequence, right?
Yeah.
So there's points where they meet and they kind of merge the two, but it's very short because then one becomes the predominant one, the other one drops into the background. But then later they intercept again, and then what was in the background becomes in the forefront.
Yeah.
What was in the forefront becomes in the background. That's how they changed between the verses and the chorus. And the point of exchange is that transfer between verses and chorus. I really like that style. It makes the song feel like a roller coaster ride. Like you're always going up and down. There's these up and downs all the way throughout the track. And anytime you put a song that's like you said, that joins that melody and aggression together in a perfect way, where it doesn't sound like it's broken.
No.
It's perfect fluid. There's that red line all the way through.
Yeah.
And then to cap it all off, how many times have we heard songs where the music was great, and at the moment the lead singer opened his mouth, we're like, oh fuck, the song is ruined, right? This is not the case. His delivery, his tone, perfect.
The emotion he puts into his vocals and into the lyrics of the song, it's amazing.
And I felt that he had the right the right approach,
Yeah.
both when the song was more melodic and both when the song was more intense and more heavy. He knew, even though the delivery was the same, the way he approached it, maybe by slowing down just a little bit, spacing itself or whatever, he was always able to be
making
in the
some of the words longer.
Yeah, exactly. Like the line we were talking about was like, even when you're dead, you still can't sleep. Even when he says that line, he prolongs it, and it's really noticeable, so you can really understand what he's saying. It's not like it's that he's muffled by his delivery.
He wanted you to know that line.
Yeah, because that line is important. Because the song has a lot of aggression, has a lot of intensity, and that line to me, as far as the lyrics are concerned,
is the darkest part.
And it encapsulates the whole emotion that the song.
Yeah.
It perfectly captures that one line. It's two lines, but that one piece captures the song perfectly.
Yeah.
When you think of this song, you think of those two lines. That's it, and that's what I'm saying. It would make a great T-shirt. I would buy it. I would buy that T-shirt for sure. Wow, Pickle Rick, eh?
Yeah.
Pickle Rick delivered. All right, guys, this is it for this Patreon doubleheader. Thank you very much for the people on Patreon that ask us to check out these videos. Thank you for your support, and for everybody that watched this video, thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.